All right, hi guys. Today we are in another episode of our Wrapstyle podcast. Yeah, today we have actually Rendall here from Groomers Lab. Yeah, I think he's a very well established brand and person in the industry. Yeah, so I think today moving forward, actually we are doing a series whereby we will speak to different car wrapping shop owners. Yeah, and then from there, we got to understand more about what is really going through in their everyday lifestyle, and what are the problems they face and what are the challenges, but at the same time, why do they find it fruitful at the end of the day. Yeah, so this is Rendall. So Rendall has been in this industry since 2014.
2014,
right?
28 November.
Oh, wow,
Yes.
okay. That's a very long time.
Yes, it's
Right.
approaching 11 years actually.
Okay, Ken.
Yeah.
Do you want to share a little bit about your business, how you started, and what made
Okay.
you keen or like, yeah.
Okay, this is something I basically shared with my customers and my friends on a regular basis. Now, prior to this, I've got no experience in this area, but having interest in car grooming, okay, this is what makes me started this business. Now, very simple reason why I wanted to start this business, okay, because as a car owner myself, I always wanted, the car grooming companies to tell me, what can they do to my car, and I emphasize a lot on the before and after service,
Right.
regardless whether it's a basic polishing or even if it's a paint protection coating.
I see.
So in fact, I didn't come from this industry. I
Oh,
came
okay.
from a hospitality industry, which I
see.
basically managed the sales and marketing team
I
in
see.
a hotel, in reputable hotels.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
okay,
I came
okay.
from 5-star hotel.
So in 2014, when you started this, were there any people that is very against what you're doing?
Yes. Yes.
Any doubts along the way?
In fact, the date that I started this business, it's almost year end, and that was where I forgo my 13-month bonus, my variable bonus, all my bonuses. Yeah. So
Okay.
when I started this business, my friends were saying that, hey, you're crazy. Some of them say, hey, you siao, grooming, how to sustain, how are you going to get that kind of income?
Right.
So, but for me, it's like, we only live once. So I want to do something that I like. And I
Yeah.
also believe, and I'm someone who is very into service. Yeah. So you can say that because of this factor, right? Okay, that made me started this business
Yeah.
altogether. Yeah. And of course, prior to that, I've got very basic knowledge about car polishing, car
see.
grooming. Yeah.
I see.
So I always help out, some of my friends' companies during weekends like Saturday, Sunday,
Right,
to do
right.
some basic car grooming, polishing, and things like that.
I see.
So that was what made me came into this. Then of
Oh,
course,
okay.
there was several objections. Yeah, family, friends, peers. Yeah. So, and the most, everybody will tell me the same thing. It's like, hey, you start this business, the most 3个月 that's it, 3 months you'll close shop already.
Yep.
So I say, okay, let's try.
I
So,
see.
and now it is my 11 years in the business.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
So you started off doing a little bit about to your friends' cars, helping your friend do
Yes.
their grooming and whatnot.
Correct, yes.
Then slowly you advance into doing your own business itself.
Yes,
lah.
correct.
Okay. Wow, that must be a big step.
End of the
big
day,
leap of
this
faith.
is something I like as well. Yeah.
Right.
So basically, if you were to ask me, okay, car grooming, I would say it's not just any car grooming. Car grooming basically encompasses many factors. Yeah. So from beginning to the end, when you see, a very a rundown condition, of a car, and then when you transform the car into like a brand new showroom condition, that's one of the satisfaction that you get.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
and the kind of compliments that you get from the customers, the smile on their face,
Yeah.
So that's what makes me go even further.
Yeah, it's true.
Correct, yes.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that's opening shops out there, but they're not really very passionate about what they're doing. So they're just
Yes.
opening for the sake of opening. Then they just like or think that it's easy, quick buck. But
Yes.
actually, but it's not true lah. So
Yeah.
I have a friend that also wants to really open his own business, but I always tell him like, are you sure? Like, are you even passionate about cars? Do you even clean your own car? I think that's very important lah.
Yes,
correct. So
correct.
if you don't do that, then the passion will run out lah eventually,
Yes,
right? Yeah. You have served a lot of customers over the years, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe you can share a little bit about experience. What's your best customer and what's your worst customer?
Okay, I wouldn't say worst customer. To be honest, I always tell our team, okay, my team, feedbacks from customer, regardless whether is it positive or negative, it's actually a learning path. Okay?
Yeah, it's
There's
true,
no
it's
such
true.
thing as bad reviews or whatever.
Right.
Now, usually I tell my customers, if you think that we have done well, please give us a review, regardless of whether is it good or bad. For a very simple reason, good, then of course it makes us work even harder.
Yeah,
But if
it's
it's
true.
a negative review, okay, then we need to reflect what exactly went wrong. Yeah, then we will make sure, we will ensure that the next round we do even better or we rectify what
Right.
went wrong.
Right,
Yeah.
understand.
So, being in the business for 11 years, I think since day one, 2014 or 2015 January actually, my customers have been with me till even today. Their
Right.
fourth car, their fifth car, from paint protection coating to PPF to wrapping to color PPF. Yeah, I've done so many. And in fact, all my customers are all very nice people. Why I say that? Because my business, most people will know I don't have much marketing presence. Okay, my business model here is mainly referral. I would say 90% referral. 10% are mainly, sometimes when they scroll across, social media, they come across, and that's where they will send us a text or they'll come pay us a visit, and then to find out more. Yeah. So basically, you say bad customers. I don't think I have any bad customers.
Wow.
Of course, customers. Some customers are very new to things like wrapping. Some customers till today, even they have like 20, 30 years of driving experience. When you share with them wrapping, they'll say, "Hey, what is that? Wrapping?"
Yeah.
So that's where we explain to them wrapping and things like that. So on a daily basis, I will basically share with car owners, okay, the pro and cons of car wrapping and PPM and things like that.
Right.
Because there are a lot of myths that some owners say, hey, to do a wrapping, might as well I go and send my car for spray work. Yes, you can do that.
Yeah.
But there are many factors that you need to consider.
Yes, totally agree. Totally agree.
Regardless, whatever color, whether is it bright colors, dark colors. Now, for instance, if you need to spray paint on a certain panel, okay, number one, the color might not be the same.
Yeah.
Number two, your car comes back with what we call hologram, okay, because spray shop will never be able to do a proper polishing job.
Yes.
Yeah. They will only do a very basic.
Correct.
Yeah. So you still need to come back to people like us to do a proper paint correction, enhanced polishing, and then recoat. So that the paint is basically flawless.
It's true. Sometimes there are also like cheap paint and expensive paint. So there's a lot of wide range of paints to choose from. But that's why sometimes it's easier to actually go for the wrap option, right?
Yes.
Correct.
So back to the question, good and bad customers, to be honest, we don't have bad customers.
Oh, that's very good actually.
What I should rephrase it, bad customers are what we call, they just need, what do you call that? They just need more information. We just need to educate them, what is this thing all about, and why are you paying this amount of money versus spray works and things like that. So there is really no bad customers here.
Okay,
I'm quite lucky. 11 years so far, no bad customers.
You're very blessed. We have a few bad customers. But
I mean, need to set the first step right. Once the first step is right, then everything else will be very
for sure. Yeah, I really respect the referral side of business. I think majority of the customer base, if you're happy with your service, they really do come back once a year, twice, maybe once every 2 to 3 years. So I think with that said, I think you really don't have to look out for new customers. Like if you service your current customer well, actually there will always be a constant pool of customers that will come back to you.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, correct. But for us, we also had I think for me, when I started until now, I had a very, very bad experience. Actually, it's a Maserati owner. Okay. So I think, like what we say, because we were very new back then, I think we didn't do the proper checks. So I think there was a crack at the front bumper lip. Correct. Okay. So we didn't spot that. So after that, when the owner came to take car, he knew that there was a crack. So because immediately when he came in the door, he pointed at that spot. So you knew that he knows that, but then he tried to pin the blame on us. So it wasn't a very pleasant experience. So in the end, we had to rectify. We had to do it for him. We had to pay him for certain things. So it's good that you have no bad customers, but we have a fair share along the way. Okay. Maybe in your own expertise, do you think a matte or a gloss wrap is easier to maintain, and why?
Okay. This again is something that I basically share on a regular basis. Right. Okay, the questions that you bring up. Glossy version will be easier to maintain. Very simple reason. Now, today, if you go for a matte series or a satin series, now, car owners or some car owners, they don't really look after their car. Now, what happens if their cars are parked under the hot sun or maybe parked under the tree? So, if they happen to come across, bird poo stain, okay. So, after a couple of hours later, okay, when they remove, what happened? The marks or the stain is still there. So, this is where the customer comes back here and say, hey, Rendall, can you help me to remove this stain? I can help you remove. Right. But now the problem is, when I remove that particular stain itself, that particular spot will become shiny. Especially when you have matte and shiny. But when you have a glossy wrap, okay, when I use even the machine to polish, right, it'll be flawless because it's still shiny.
It's true.
So personally, I always tell customers, if you can, unless you are very, you are really very, you're someone who really looks after your car, then of course you can go into matte series or satin. But if not, okay, the best option, okay, your last bet, basically glossy version is the best. It's the safest.
Understand? I totally agree also. It's actually a very subjective question
Yes,
also.
correct,
It's really to your personal
correct. Because
preference.
simple, you see, for matte surface or even glossy surface, okay, the common questions that customers come when they face certain issues, like, hey, Rendall, can you help me polish off or not? Okay, now, some shops, they do use machine to polish,
Yep.
okay, which is wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because when you polish, when the heat disperses from the machine, where does it goes to? It goes to the film or the wrap itself.
Yep.
And what happened? Even if the film comes with only 20%, 25% adhesive,
Yep.
you basically disperse the heat to the film or the wrap itself.
Yep.
And in turn, it becomes adhesive based.
Yeah.
So years later or even months later, when you remove, right, okay, two issues. You'll get very severe adhesive issues. Number two, you might even get paint peeling issue.
Oh, okay.
Yes, correct. So any stains involved on whether glossy wrap or even the matte wrap, right? Okay, we always do the manual method. We don't use machine.
Yeah.
Yes,
correct.
correct.
Same for
Yes.
us. Like it will harm the material. Like sometimes you cannot see with your eyes, but
Yes.
sooner or later down the road, like it will affect.
Yes, correct. That's why I also hope that through this channel, most or all the owners will know the difference, okay, whether to opt for the glossy series or the matte or the satin series.
Yeah. What advice do you want to give them?
Okay, number one, be prepared for long hours. Number two, be prepared to answer out of the box questions.
Yeah.
Some questions, which is something I always mention on a regular basis.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as stupid questions.
Yeah.
Correct. So be prepared to answer customers, long, lengthy questions, because some owners, they basically will come in and they basically list out the whole questions. So be prepared. Of course, this industry, it's basically very labor intensive.
Yes,
And if you're looking
is.
for something really very lucrative that will make tons of money, forget it. This is
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
industry.
I
But the
totally
main
agree.
factor, the main drawing factor would be you need to have the passion.
Yes.
Yes, correct.
Agree.
And you need to constantly upgrade yourself to know what exactly is happening in the market.
Yeah.
You don't stay put. That means to say, just imagine, okay, years back when we only had vinyl wrap, and then you stay put. And these days we have TPH, TPU, PET. Imagine when people talk to you, hey, what is that? That's it.
It's
So
true.
you need
it's
to
true.
know what exactly is happening, and not just only within Singapore itself, even out of Singapore. So constantly, I'm always in touch with my counterparts from Australia, from US as well. So sometimes I work till like 1, 2 a.m.
Right.
because of the time difference.
Right.
So we are always exchanging ideas. Hey, how can we do this, or how can we improvise on this part? So for people who want to start this business, these are the few things that you really need to consider.
Correct.
Yes.
I mean, I agree with you. It's not so simple, Yeah.
Yes,
Like
correct.
I think a lot of people when they see
Patience.
patience, when they see like the exterior of it, it looks very nice. You do very nice
yes,
cars. You do a lot of cars, but I mean, there's a lot of sweat and tears behind the scenes,
Yes, correct.
Like what Rendall mentioned, it's not very lucrative business, and
Yes.
it's long hours because primarily it's labor intensive. So I think before you start this, I mean, I'll still encourage people to join. I mean, it's definitely you can find fulfillment in a lot of areas in this industry. But really think twice and do your planning beforehand. Like, don't just today you wake up, you have the urge to want to open a shop, then you just go and open a shop, because there is a lot of cost involved. Like what Rendall shared earlier, your workers, your levy, your rental, your material costs, your marketing costs. There's a lot of running costs behind. So sometimes if you see people charging a very low price for the car, I mean, you can go and do the calculations yourself. It's really not that lucrative. It looks very nice for marketing, but at the end of the day, just not so lucrative.
Yes.
But it's still a nice industry to join as well. Why? Because you get to meet a lot of different people. And you get to speak to people from different walks of life. And I think it will help you with increasing your knowledge. It will help you with meeting different kind of people, like making good friends in this industry.
I think
that's
for me it's just one word: satisfaction.
Yeah, correct.
Because from nothing, and then when a car comes in and then you complete the whole entire project, I wouldn't call it a job. I usually call it a project. Basically, when a car comes in and then when it's fully completed, the grin on the customer's face, the smile, a pat on your shoder.
Correct.
This is what we get: satisfaction.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
It's true. Okay, anyway, back to the question. Chrome never stayed. Okay. So I think there's a few pictures that we'll be talking about, a few wraps that we're talking about. Yeah, this is a bright chrome red. I mean, not too much for my liking, lah. Yeah.
I am also not into this as well.
Right.
I mean, again, like I always say, color is quite subjective, especially when it comes to chrome finish.
Right.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay. Skip. Okay, what about this? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit. I mean, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. What about this?
It's a bit too loud for me.
Yes.
Yeah. If I'm in Dubai, Qatar, maybe.
Yep.
Correct. Yeah.
I think really it depends on the car lah, sometimes.
Yeah, correct.
Different car,
Yes.
different chrome materials will look different. Yeah. Wow, it's a bit blurry, but okay. But this color is actually quite decent to me lah.
Green is actually my favorite color.
Oh.
But I also I don't know, it's just not my cup.
Just not a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. What about this? Oh. Okay. Chrome is not your cup of tea.
No, it's not that, but maybe because I'm very particular. So I don't know. This is blue, chrome blue.
Right.
It looks very, I don't know. It's again not my cup of tea as well.
I think for me, it really depends on what's the car and how the curvatures are. Yeah, because the cars with more curvatures, I think chrome will look nicer. But if your car is flat, then chrome, right, it looks a little bit funny.
Yeah, this is something I agree. Yes.
Correct. Oh, this one no go lah.
Oh, this one confirm no go for me.
Yeah, this is quite a rabak color.
Yeah. I can consider this.
Yes, but I think this color not pleasing to the eyes for too long. Like maybe you put the first few times very nice, but subsequently, you might get bored of it quite soon lah.
True.
Yeah, but it's good like if any of our customers wrap this right, then within a year they come wrap with us again. No, this one definitely
no.
Yeah, definitely not for me.
No, not for me as well.
This is sorry to the people that wrap this color. This is quite ugly to me.
Sorry again. This color makes the whole car look very cheap.
Yes. Correct. I agree. I totally agree. This one
is
also
not for me. Yeah, I won't even have a second look.
Correct.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
I think chrome silver is one of the chromes that is easier to palette.
And it's the safest color, I would
correct.
say.
It is. Yeah. Other than that, the other color is really subjective.
Yeah.
Actually, it's one of our best selling colors. Why? Because actually it's very easy to maintain. Like any dust or dirt that's on it, right, you cannot really tell. So like for owners that don't really like to wash their car or maintain their car, this color is really usually the color that I'll recommend them. I'll push this color to them. Yeah. Correct. So this is, for me, I actually recommend the satin dark grey, actually from 3M. Next, satin flip saga. Yes. Why this color? So I don't know, because it's also one of the more popular choices that we have done. I mean, me personally, I don't prefer it, but I don't know why every time when we finish wrapping, right, the outcome actually looks pretty decent. So that's why I sometimes I will recommend this color to our customers. But then again, just like what Rendall shared earlier, not all colors suit all cars. It really depends on what car you drive. Yeah. Correct. Which is why the custom fitting thing is so important. Okay, yeah, liquid metal silver. Yeah, this is the color that I think just now I mentioned. It's pretty much like chrome and it's quite easy to maintain. And I don't know, the color just flows very, very well. Like so far, this is the only color that I see, right? No matter on what car that is on, right? It just looks nice. Yeah. All right. Rosemary purple. Sorry, I think this color don't really do justice, but but this color is only nice on cars with that's very edgy, like with a lot of sharp corners, because then it can truly bring out the color of it lah. Okay, for Rendall.
Okay, for me, fantastic green. Why I propose this color? Because it gives your car a fresh look, a brand new look every day, because it basically changes color from different angles.
Right.
So something that I always share with my customers, if you are feeling tired of the blue, go to the left side, because you will see purple. If you are tired, you go to the back, you see
True.
And this is easy to maintain because you don't really see much dust, even if your car is unattended, for days and weeks.
Oh, okay.
Correct. Liquid champagne gold. Okay. This color is good for people who do not basically look after their car, because you literally can't see anything on the car.
Right.
Yeah, even if you don't wash it for weeks.
Okay.
Because I've done 2 cars with this color, right? And I know the owners don't look after their cars. And they only come to me after about 2 to 3 months, right, for a wash. And I don't even realize it until when I use my finger to touch the surface. It was like, oh gosh, this is so dusty. When was the last time you washed your car? I think it was about 2 to 3 months ago. Yes. Yeah. Some people generally classify this as the uncle's color.
Right.
But it's easy maintenance.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's very interesting.
Phantom grey. Okay, phantom grey. Again, it's a good color to maintain. Okay, it's basically a dual tone color. Okay, it gives you a fresh look. Every time when your car basically pass through the different lighting condition,
Yep.
whether you're at a petrol kiosk or even the tunnel driving or under the hot sun, because it gives you a 3 different tone kind of feel. Yeah, and then basically, you know, you won't even realize that your car is dirty with this color.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I guess maybe
Okay.
because of the gray. Liquid light blue. Liquid light blue is quite similar to liquid metal silver. Again, not all cars are suitable for this
Yep.
color. If you are driving an SUV, no, this color will not stand out. Yeah.
Okay.
But if you drive a car with a proper, you know, the aerodynamics design of the car,
Right,
yes.
right.
And also because it's light colors, right? You don't really see dust on the car.
Right.
So this color is
Okay,
recommended,
okay.
and because it gives you a fresh feeling every time when you go near your car.
I see. I
Yes,
see.
correct.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. All right, Sakura Pink.
Yes, because among all the pink, right? Okay, I've done numerous pink. I think this pink is good because we tried using a phone and a camera to capture the shots, right? Somehow or rather, it looks very different. Yeah, you know, under the hot sun, it looks like a striking pink.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
during nighttime, it looks very subtle.
Yeah.
And this pink, right? Okay, even if it's dirty, right? Okay, you won't realize it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so far, I've done about 5 of this pink.
Oh,
right?
okay.
And all the lady owners say that, hey, it's very good. No?
Yeah,
Easy
yeah,
to
yeah,
maintain,
yeah.
you know.
Correct, correct. Yeah, this color is actually very, very pleasing to the eye.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Correct.
surprisingly, like when it just looks good on a car.
Yes,
Yeah, correct, correct.
And this is actually the KLT series also. Yes.
Correct. Yeah, yeah.
And because with the same color, using another different brand, right, it looks very different.
Yeah,
Yes, correct.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think like, yeah, I think that's it. So I think at the end of this, right, you can see actually both our shops, the kind of colors that our customer prefer is actually very, very, very different. Yeah, so it means actually the customer base actually is also very, very different, lah. So
Yes.
I think at the end of the day, every shop has their own advantages. That, you know, when you go there, it's different. And I think one thing to add on also, sometimes colors over the phone, over photos, right, it looks very different. So that's why, I mean, we tend to recommend our customers to come down to the shop to take a look at the colors. Why? Because you see it physically and you see it over the phone, sometimes can be totally different.
Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
so it's good to actually come down to just take a look, because we do have customers, even after they come down, they take a look at the color they selected. After finish, right, wow, the color totally look very different from what they've chosen. So I think, yeah, so we have customers like that also. But generally, when you come down and you choose a color, it won't go wrong. But if you do it over the phone, I'm not trying to say that you can't do that. If you're busy, it's fine. But there will be a slight difference lah, if you don't really come
Yes,
down physically.
yes, agree on this part, yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, thank you so much for Rendall's time today.
you
I
very
think
much.
it's really, really very interesting that we are doing this and we are embarking on this series. Do follow us on our socials, like Rendall at Groomers Lab.
Yes, Groomers Lab, yes.
Correct. Yeah, he's on Facebook, he's on
Instagram, TikTok as well.
Right, okay,
Yes.
yeah. So do follow him. And stay tuned to our podcast that we'll be sharing this with everybody. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank
you very much.
you.
Yeah.